Losing a lead singer often signals chaos or a band's imminent downfall. But here's a surprising twist. History shows that some bands actually soared to greater heights after their original frontman walked away. The reasons behind these departures vary widely, from creative differences to personal struggles. But what unites these stories is the remarkable commercial success that followed once the original voice was replaced or stepped aside. Take Jefferson Airplane, for example. Marty Balin was the main vocalist on their 1966 debut album, Jefferson Airplane Takes Off. But he wasn't exactly the band's undisputed lead singer for long. Enter Grace Slick, who effectively took the front stage, although technically she replaced Signe Anderson, the original female singer who left upon becoming a mother. By the time their 1967 album, Surrealistic Pillow, arrived, Slick had transformed the band's sound and presence, singing lead on unforgettable hits like White Rabbit and Somebody to Love. Those songs, which she brought over from her former group, The Great Society, helped catapult Jefferson Airplane into the psychedelic rock stratosphere. Then there's Pink Floyd. Syd Barrett was the creative genius and charismatic frontman during their early days, driving their 1967 debut album, The Piper at the Gates of Dawn, with his unique psychedelic style. However, Barrett's mental health issues worsened, leading to his departure from the band. By then, David Gilmour had joined as a second guitarist. Over time, Gilmour, bassist Roger Waters, and keyboardist Rick Wright shared vocal responsibilities. This new lineup and vocal sharing formula powered Pink Floyd's rise to international fame, culminating in the groundbreaking 1973 album, The Dark Side of the Moon, which remains one of the best-selling and most influential albums ever. Steely Dan's story adds another interesting twist. Initially, Donald Fagen was hesitant to perform the lyrically intricate songs he co-wrote with Walter Becker live. To solve this, they brought in David Palmer to handle lead vocals on their 1972 debut album, Can't Buy a Thrill, contributing lead vocals on tracks like Dirty Work, which became a popular rock staple. But Steely Dan soon did away with Palmer and live touring altogether, with Fagen ultimately becoming the distinctive voice behind their clever, complex, and studio-crafted sound that fans now adore. Journey's commercial breakthrough also came after changing leads. During the 70s, while the band's albums improved, they struggled to break into the singles charts, largely because their original lead singer, Gregg Rolie, was often tied to keyboards, limiting his stage presence. This changed dramatically when Steve Perry joined, bringing an electrifying vocal style and songwriting skills that steered the band towards a more accessible, radio-friendly sound. Journey's transformation was almost immediate, shooting them to the forefront of the top 40 hits. Rolie departed the band in 1980 after the Departure album, making way for their new golden era. Lastly, Genesis seemed doomed when Peter Gabriel left, as much of the band's early identity was woven around his theatrical charisma and artistic vision. Gabriel, frustrated by the demands of being a frontman, exited in 1975. Rather than fade away, drummer Phil Collins stepped up as lead vocalist. The band gradually trimmed down to a trio and shifted their complex progressive rock roots to a more mainstream, pop-friendly sound. This evolution stunned critics and fans alike, eventually making Genesis one of the world's best-selling bands. But here's the part most people miss. Each of these bands faced moments of uncertainty and potential collapse, yet embraced change and reinvented themselves. Could it be that sometimes losing an original lead singer creates a space for fresh energy, new directions, and ultimately greater success? Or do you think these bands would have been better off sticking with their first voices? The debate continues, and your thoughts on this could spark an exciting conversation. So, do you agree that some bands thrive better without their original frontmen? Or is this just a matter of luck and timing? Share your take in the comments below.